Bring out Steven and Mary Beth.
I think so.
Steve and Kayla's storyline ended on Days of Our Lives. Fans were devastated, but that never stopped them from being one of the most popular couples in daytime. Take a look.
With this ring, Stephen Earl Johnson and Kayla Caroline Brady become one. Right now. And forever. Baby, I love you.
Now, after 15 long years, our favorite couple is back in Salem. Please welcome, from Days of Our Lives, Steve and Nichols and Mary Beth.
Thank you very much. That's exciting.
Isn't that fun?
It's all so exciting.
You seem so happy.
I'm so happy to be in LA. I mean, you know, it's hard to do that traveling, but
Commute thing.
we're just excited. We just, you know, it's been a long time coming, and we just always felt there was more story to tell, so we're excited.
What did you think when you first got the call and somebody said, hey, we're thinking about bringing Patch and Kayla back to Salem? What did you guys think when you first heard that? What went through your head? Yeah?
Had they been talking about it for years?
Well, no, there were a couple of times that it almost happened in the past, over the last 3 or 4 years. So we were very careful this time, not to get excited.
Yeah.
Now, did it ever go through your head that, oh, you know, Patch is dead? That's going to be a little bit of a speed bump. Did that ever go through your head?
Patch wasn't really dead. Patch was maybe soap dead, but he was not dead.
Oh, I see.
I love that.
Big difference.
Soap dead,
Yeah,
not dead,
exactly.
dead.
Yeah, there's a difference.
There is a big
They
difference.
did not put the coffin in the ground. In fact, somebody told me the story the other day that Al Rabin at the last minute had them shoot an extra scene where you would see somebody come out and switch the coffins and not put my coffin in the ground.
Oh, it wasn't written like that?
No, it wasn't written initially. He said, we have to leave the door open for him. We're going to... So it was out. Thanks, Al.
Yeah.
Wherever you are.
Nice.
Well, you can always come back in daytime. Always.
Sure you can.
Well,
no matter
luckily,
what.
right? Luckily.
Yes.
So we're excited. But we have the same manager, Michael Bruno, you know. So we could have a lot of, you know, talks together because we both are with him, and so.
Yeah, it's convenient.
Any idea what the storyline? Can you tease us a little bit with what the storyline's going to be?
Well, not really,
haven't
but I don't know
remarried.
who I am.
I haven't remarried.
I don't remember my past at all. I don't know that I'm Steve Johnson.
So I think we're going to have to start over.
And I hate the word amnesia.
Yeah.
I prefer to
I
say,
think that's a
I
good
don't
way to put
remember.
it. You know what? I like that.
Amnesia,
actually.
is, you know, it's just too hackneyed in soaps, amnesia.
Now, what was
prefer.
it like going back to the set after all these years?
It was exciting. I was nervous because I just didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how everybody would feel about it. And, and it was funny, my car knew how to get to the parking spot. Like, I remembered the parking lot.
Yeah, right?
But everything else seems kind of different. And you went back, you know.
Yeah.
And then the first few days were just phone calls, so I really didn't have people to act with, so that was kind of weird. And all the camera people and the sound, everybody's still there, you know, 20 years later. And gosh, you're like, gosh, you look so the same-ish kind of, but different, you know. Right, yeah. And then the next day was the whole family, with Peter and the parents and Christian and Missy, and it was great. And yesterday it was a Missy, Christian, and myself scene. We laughed all day, and it was so fun. I left there so happy, and I thought, wow, it's so great to be back. But I do have a question for you.
Yes.
Because I had a, excuse me just a minute. I had this scene with Billy.
Okay.
That Billy. I don't know if we were friends. Were we friends?
No, I never met you. I don't know. I never met you. I don't remember you. I never talked about you.
Really?
I don't know you at all.
Yeah, okay.
What's our relationship?
I didn't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dated?
Yeah. She didn't know, and I thought, well, I'm going to see you, so I'll ask you. Okay, good.
Not that I know
I need
of.
to retape those scenes then from yesterday, because I thought maybe...
Oh, wow.
Not
Well, no,
kidding.
you know
I'm
what?
kidding.
I think you can create whatever you want.
Yeah, sure. There's a lot
I
of
think
that.
you should know me.
Now,
Yeah,
Steve, you were already there, though, right? You had been there for about 2 weeks before Mary Beth came back?
A couple of days.
Oh, just a couple of days. So what was your first day back like?
It was like, you know how when you go back to a place that you haven't been since your childhood?
Yeah.
And everything, you imagine that it's going to be so big, but everything looks smaller.
Smaller.
I had that experience. It was smaller, darker, but you know, the
experience,
stage doors were the same. They had the pictures of Ed McMahon and Johnny Carson painted on the side, but the paint's all chipped and wearing away. And the crew, for me, it was so sweet because the crew, you know, I just reconnected with them right away. And
They're a sweet
it's
crew.
such a family, you know. And they were so happy to see me. It was just, I mean, they had an easel with pictures of Mary Beth and I out on the set.
Very sweet.
And I stood there and I just started to, I started to lose it. And the director said, "No, your makeup's gonna run." And the director is a guy who used to be a stage manager. He's a director.
He's worked his way up.
He told me he started being a waxer janitor of the floors.
Roger.
Roger.
Roger Inman.
What's his last name?
Right, Roger
Inman.
Inman.
So the audience can look on the credits and see which episodes he
And
directs.
Janet Spellman Ryder was a PA. Now she's like supervising producer.
Wow.
And
it's great.
it's just incredible, you know, after all these years, and people have moved up, and a lot of the same people are there. It's wonderful.
And for us, we have stayed such great friends that this is so cool. And I've never worked with anybody like him. We work well together. We like to work hard. We like to connect, and you don't get that everywhere else.
You were saying how you rehearse and you run lines, and that you really worked hard at creating a relationship, and that it doesn't happen like that in daytime anymore.
I really, since I left there, hardly anyone has ever run lines with
You're
me.
kidding. I was really surprised to
It's been hit or miss. Like, some people like to go, oh, you know what, let's just make it fresh. We'll learn it on stage.
Right.
Or
Well,
we'll
now
do it
they
on
have the
stage.
block and tape always, too, so the time. And I said to Missy yesterday, I said, you know, I bet Steven and I'll get there early so that we can do that still, because it's important to us.
Are you doing that? Or you haven't
We
worked
haven't
together
worked
yet?
together. We haven't even seen each
Next
other.
week,
But
baby.
you will,
4 days.
I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure you'll get together and run your lines and recreate that.
Yeah, we're very
It was magic
excited.
what you
Plus,
had.
you know, when you get older, you just can't
have to.
remember.
Yeah,
You gotta run them more often. I know. But what it's sometimes when you run them a bunch of times, you can find a lot of nuances that you wouldn't find just instinctively.
And we've always been really good about not being defensive. Like, you know, I could say to him, you know, could you do it like that? Because that would help me if I, you know, where some actors aren't open
we
with that.
collaborate.
Yeah,
very true.
that's really great.
Yeah,
Listen,
that's the word. Right.
hey, we have a clip. Let's check.
Another clip?
Let's take a look
About
at
100 years ago.
another clip.
I don't want you to hear anything tonight but me telling you that I love you
If you told
and showing
the
you
ocean went dry,
how much I love you.
I'd believe it was true.
This is it. Just the two of us.
So call me a
Together
hopeless
now.
romance, 'cause I can still believe.
Okay.
I can still believe.
Good stuff. Now, what do you think when you watch old scenes like that? Look at your
I
head.
just think, you know, it was 100 years ago, that's all.
Yeah.
They have a lot. They're showing some flashbacks in the episodes we're doing, and they come out, you know, and, you know, when you come out of flashback, the camera's this close, and I'm just thinking, eee!
Did you watch yourself back then?
No.
Even when you guys were doing
No,
Patrick
not
Kayla?
really, no.
Really?
Not much. You know, but some fans recently put together these compilation DVDs for us and sent them.
Really?
And I wasn't going to really look at anything, and I just wanted to come in fresh and clean, and, you know, and I put one of these in the computer. Mary Beth was in my room. It was, in fact, yesterday, and we started to watch, and the two of us were just, oh, my God.
Steven says, you know, I'm intimidated by that guy.
intimidate me. I have to live up to, you know, because we worked we really did. I'm not patting myself on the back. We worked hard.
Right.
Yeah.
And it just showed. I mean, we did it.
I didn't really want to watch it either because I just thought,
but-
oh, I know I'm so much older, and but I have to say it was great to watch it because it reminded me of the essence.
The connection that we have, and that if we're going to do that, we're not going to force it, but it's just there naturally with us, and we're just going to stay with that. You know?
Very, very well said. That's
Very good. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with Stephen Nichols and Mary Beth.
Coming up next, Mary Beth reveals why Steven's been following her around with his video camera. And still to come,